Hello, Ron Bashar here. So I wanted to inform you about something, the presence of an achievement that you might not be aware of. So how the character keeps saying, curse this place, I'm being followed constantly, right? And it's very annoying. We had this last season. We have this season as well, and I don't know if you did what I did. If you had a go at Blizzard, what's this bug? Why does it persist? It's not a bug. It's actually a cue, a clue. Let me tell you what it's about. So when you are doing the pit, you might have heard the character saying, "Curse this place, I'm being followed," right? And what that's about is, I mean, these seasonal mechanics are a little bit annoying. Let me deal with them. So in the pit, you will be able to find stuff like this, like Choron's. This place knows me, my flesh and soul. There is bright blood near the chalk. So there are 20 such memos in the pit, right? And they appear in pit tiers from 1 to 5, then from 6 to 10, then you get from 11 to 15, and you get the point, which will end up from 96 to 100. So what that means is you will go inside the pit, right? And you will find that the memo left to you by Choron. So where does it appear? It always appears in floor 1. That's 1. It always appears in dead end areas, right? And when you are near, the character will say the thing, right? Curse this place, I'm being followed. As you might notice, mine doesn't say it. I guess that's the real reward, right? Because it is pretty annoying. So people are saying, and I have not been able to disprove this, you have to do them in order. So you have to do pit 1 to 5, right? Any one of them, right? Either 1 or 2, 3 or 4 or 5, right? And you will go in and you will search for the dead end, and you will wait for the character to emote, so to speak, right? You will wait for your character to say the line, and then you will be nearby, and you will be seeing something like chalk inscribed slab, something like that, right? And you will click on it, and you will read the message from Choron, right? Then you will leave. You can leave, right? That is established. These are, the stuff that I'm telling you in exact certainty is stuff that I have done personally, and it's not up for discussion, right? It's 100%. I have done it myself. You do not need to finish the rounds. Very important, because it will save you a lot of time. As you can imagine, we will be needing to do 20 pits. So you start a pit from 1 to 5, whichever it is, right? You go in there, you find the dead end where the character emotes, you find the thing and click on it and leave, right? Then you go to 6 to 10, whichever it is that you like. I just went 1, 6, 11, and so on. Doesn't really matter. You start off with your 6 to 10. You go in, again you find and it will spawn, right? It does spawn all the time. So, this is probably not 100%, but, I never saw them not spawn. So, yeah, I'm guessing they spawn because, I tried 20 times and they were there 20 times. So you find the second message, do not mess the order up. People are saying that when they did mess the order up, the achievement didn't progress. So yeah, this is not 100%, but why do it, right? Because these are some stupid low pits. Just do them in order. But of course, you have to be able to go all the way up to 96 minimum. So you have to have progressed a little bit. So you do that, you find the second one, the third one, and so on, and you finally arrive at your journey at 96 to 100, right? Whichever it is that you like. And when you find the 20th, right, you will have found all the memos from Choron, and Choron will be available to spawn. And your character will stop saying the line. You do not need the achievement to shut the character up, right? So if you do the bracketed pits 1 to 5, 6 to 10, I'm sorry, I hide the mic there, 11 to 15, and so on, all the way up to 96 to 100, right? You read the 20 memos from Choron in order, then you are available and eligible, rather, for a Choron spawn, and he can spawn. And the character will shut up at this point. You do not need the achievement. If you just want the character to shut up, you can just do this and stop. The achievement will self-complete, auto-complete. But, when I say this kind of gives the feeling that it's going to be easy. It's not going to be easy because, Blizzard are a little bit annoying. So the problem is, after you read all the 20 memos from Choron, and you know that you can imagine that's a lot of work, right? 20 pit runs, it's gonna take like at least 30 minutes or so. When the spawn rate for Choron is very low, sadly, right? People are saying 2-3 runs, no such thing, right? They have been extremely lucky, or they are not being truthful, right? It's like 1%. Very, very low spawn, or I have been very unlucky, right? It took me a well over 100 runs, and I'm gonna give you something very important here, right? You do not need the same core. I mean, it translates from softcore to hardcore, right? It translates from season to non-season, right? And it does not need a high pit level, right? Very important. Why? So guys, this is my main, right? This is the Barbarian. You know, I'm face rolling a Torment 12. I'm Paragon 230. I'm very strong. And, you know, in order to do the achievements, I started a hardcore character. And with a hardcore character, you cannot progress as fast. Or, you know, I cannot progress as fast. And, you know, I was sticking to low level pits, right? I think I'm somewhere at around 60s in hardcore now. And I did find the guy without doing the memos, right? I did the memos on this guy, seasonal hard softcore barbarian, and I did find the Choron as a boss on seasonal hardcore on pit 60. So people are saying you need 101 because, you know, that is the last memo where the last memo ends 96 to 100. So people have been thinking that you need 101. No, you do not need 101. And it does translate across cores. I actually am not 100% certain that it would translate between seasonal and eternal, but why not, right? If it's, you know, translating between cores, right? If you hunt the notes in softcore and can find the guy in hardcore, then yeah. But I believe the progress is not saved, so you cannot do like 4 memos on one character and then 8 memos on another character and so on, right? You just do the thing all 20 in order with one character, and then your account will be eligible for a Choron spawn. But as I said, very rare spawn. It took me, I think, well over 100 tries to find them. People have been reporting much lower amount, so I'm guessing I was a little bit unlucky, or I was very unlucky and they were somewhat lucky. But, you know, 50 rounds or so is perfectly normal, because, you know, I was spamming pit with this character for a long time. Then I just gave up, but I didn't translate if it translated. I didn't know if it translated to hardcore as well. So I find the memos on softcore. Could I find the guy in hardcore? So I believe that I could find the guy in hardcore because, you know, my character was never emoting while I was doing pits in hardcore. But, you know, I was afraid that I might need 101. There's no such thing, right? And so finally you find Choron as a boss. He has a few immunity phases, but, you know, you will be able to do him. And as a result, you do get this achievement, right? Apotheosis, free Choron from the pit. I mean, if when you beat him as a boss, the achievement unlocks. Yeah, that's about it. So guys, you have been thinking, you know, what is this annoying emote? It turns out it's actually Blizzard was queuing us for this achievement. So yeah, here it is, and I will see you guys in another video. Bye bye.